You're live.
We are live here at the Glass Academy, and what the heck is going on? That's what I ask myself every day.
This is one of my favorite things to watch right here.
It's so
I love
clean.
it too. Oliver, this is a great bit because my fingers are cold.
Not anymore.
I know, and it's taking me a hot minute to roll this thing. They're not working so good. Oh, bonus.
Looks great.
Nice.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Electric white.
Woo-hoo.
Wow.
Look,
Was that bar color?
That was bar color.
Look at
Rollers
me.
if you want.
That's pretty good, Bess. And she used bar color on that because white and red are really tricky together. So Michelle is actually attempting to make, folks, the hat that she is bobbing around in right there.
wait a second. Did you say attempting?
Attempting.
Yes.
Is there any doubt?
There's no doubt.
Okay,
No.
thank you.
We're just doing it.
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
But it's not a product we normally do, so that's why I might bring up the word attempt. But anywho, here's Bess. There she is. You got Oliver.
Howdy, everybody.
Maroon champions out here with our sweet sweaters.
I'm
Listen,
obsessed
we
with
love
these.
the sweatshirt.
I
yeah,
love them.
if any of my homies are watching, I might be getting some Christmas gifts for them coming up soon.
Hey.
It's a good sweater.
Hey, are
I
you getting
saw
this?
it. Yes, I saw it. That is a beautiful T-shirt as well, and
It
you can
is.
buy these online.
They can. Jessica put everything on Printify. And in fact, last week, some people said, oh, I bought your sweatshirt.
We also have some really fun winter-themed merch that I will be linking in the comments in just a little bit.
Ooh,
Very cool.
winter merch. Love that word, merch.
Not to be confused with Merc.
Not Merc.
No,
we are
Jake
not
here.
using that word, merc.
I got this section of bar color right here.
I'm looking at
Do
it.
you want me to pull it into a stringer, or do you want me to just chop it off into the box?
I think I'd nubbleize it.
Novelize it. You got it.
So
Welcome.
it's very valuable color right there. A nice chunk of solid, pure white. So that's what Oliver was asking. We want to use it as a stringer. We want to lay it on in some other fashion. We have a lot of stringers, so I think keeping just that little bit of chunk of white, keeping that as a separate little ball is going to be an important thing for the
I don't
future.
understand what a stringer is.
You don't know what a stringer is?
I do.
I love a good stringer.
It's a long,
Someone new to the
little,
show.
sharp, pointy piece of glass, and we're going to use a lot of them on tonight's show. People are going to
Oh,
get
look
a
how
good
cute,
feel
Oliver.
for that.
Okay, so the trick is, because I wanted to get the show started, let's get this party started. I wasn't really thinking through the bottom of this, but now I am. So with the opaque color, I can't see where the pipe is, so how do I know?
Movement.
By the way the glass flops,
Going for a little wax.
because that would be a rookie mistake.
And those of you that are fairly new to the show, Michelle doesn't always blow glass on the show. She's more of a director and a bus driver, but she does get on the pipe from time to time, and it often comes when we're prototyping, trying something new, you know, getting a little wild on show 295.
You know
And
what
that's what's happening tonight.
we have buses down the street.
Yeah, we do.
We got to take some pictures. We should have done that in the summer, like running by the buses.
Oh, yeah. But welcome to the Gathering Point, folks. This is our live glassblowing show weekly on Tuesdays. Last week was our super intense, super amazing holiday show, 2024. We made some ridiculous products. We have 2 giveaways to give away here tonight.
Oh, that was a good show we did last week.
You know
was
what? It's
pretty
going to take me a
ridiculous.
minute to heat up if you want to go show the giveaways.
Sure, I can go over to the table, past Bess over here, past our color cabinets, past our brand new up and
Wait,
coming
the
bar.
giveaways are on the left.
Giveaways are over
Oh,
here.
I mean what? Oh, I thought you wanted me to check out the table.
Jeez, Jake.
That was close.
We let you on the camera one time.
Look at this. Would you just look at this?
We've got 2 amazing giveaways for you guys this week. The first one on the right-hand side is our beautiful bubble tree that is our normal weekly giveaway.
That's a 7-tier bubble tree, an odd number of tiers
What a
on
giveaway
bu-
that is.
I had to count it 7 different times to make sure it was 7 tiers.
You guys see what I was saying with the snow on there, the way it separates those bubbles that were so moltenly dropped onto each tier.
You can do
7
a
of them.
drive-by of the table because solid glass takes forever
You're still
to heat.
heating it up over there?
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm coming over.
The slug on the left-hand side is also a bonus giveaway that we are giving away as well. I didn't get to mention that one, so stay tuned for that as well. But we've got a fantastic table for you guys. This is one of my favorite tables in quite a while.
Look at this. Look at these guys.
I gave them all wonderful names. You guys will have to check that out when the table goes live.
I didn't even get to see the name list. I got to take my own look at that. And we've started to highlight, as we do the Anila reveal, next week's show to the members. So the members did get a little sneak peek. They weren't able to purchase until it goes live at 6:30, as it always does on Tuesday nights. But they do have an idea of which one they're interested in. And we'll tell you our favorites a little bit later in the show before they get removed from the table. But I do have a favorite over there. And
You got
I do
a
love
favorite over there?
Mhm.
I got a favorite too. We can
I
talk
do
about it
have
a
a
little bit
favorite.
here.
it. We will.
Want to give a shout out to everyone checking in the chat, saying hey to everybody. I believe I saw Mary saying that the bar's looking amazing so far. Angel's checking in from Argentina. Sharon Watch, good to see you.
Yes.
Loretta, hi.
Jody
gonna
from
pull
Prince
it.
Edward Island.
I don't know.
Hannah from Sweden, if I remember from last week.
Very fun. Angel from Argentina.
Woo! We want to give it a little bend. All right, Oliver, we're going to do a big fat band around here.
Big fat band.
That's this.
You want it
So
in
big fat
Nice.
white.
Do you want it in white or do you want it in gold?
Oh, I'll do gold.
Do it in gold? Okay.
It's nice to have
A
choices.
golden fluffy band? Let me get an up-close shot of what you're talking about. So how does one replicate that furry, crazy action in molten
Magic.
magma?
I have two different ideas, and I want to see how this goes.
Are you going to give us your guesses?
Oh, am I supposed to? I was going to keep them to myself.
All right. I've got a pretty good idea, and Matt actually was working on some Santa hats himself today. Not this style, but on another product that we offer here on our website and in our gallery. Matt is our other resident super apprentice, becoming a glass blower, super glass blower, and he learned that, well, I better not give away the secret right now. Let's see it go down. I think I have an idea of how she wants to work this technique. If she
I'm
does it
ready
the
when
way
you
that
are.
I'm thinking, I'll explain a little bit deeper into the use of that particular tool that she's going to be going for. I'm going to go around for the assistance angle. We call that the AA. And here comes Oliver.
Okay, straight up. The assistant angle.
Look at that hot molten goo.
Mm-hmm. Gotta have it hot. Nice
Sorry,
blow.
that was
and
a bit
going.
much.
Oh.
Okay.
What were you guys thinking? Gosh.
That's not either of the things I was thinking.
It wasn't what I was
Listen,
thinking.
Oh, really?
anytime we can do a Rosetta on anything,
Oh, I don't
it's
know.
the right call.
Sorry, I mean, it felt like kind of fluffiness to
I
me.
didn't
I
say I,
like it.
hate
No,
this.
I like it.
I
No.
just was wrong.
Unexpected.
Oh,
I like that a lot.
I like it a lot. And that's gold. It looks transparent
Can I
now,
have a
but we'll
little
get
gold
that
tip?
iridization in a
Yes.
minute here. As soon as the camera starts
I should
helping
have
me
had
out.
you save it. This hat is lovely, but doesn't stay
Yeah.
on very well.
Slowly drooping.
I know.
I had a hard time keeping it on last week.
It needs some stuffing and wire.
Did I hear you're putting a little tassel on this thing?
I am.
And that poor tassel on the hat you're wearing has been affected by the dog, correct?
Wait.
Yeah, that thing is a little
Oh,
sad
yeah,
looking.
this guy's tiny.
It's a little flimsy. But it still is an
Are
incredible
you
hat.
sure that was Poe and not last year when you caught that hat on fire?
Oh,
No, I'm not really that sure, but kind of sure.
I do catch Poe going into decoration boxes frequently.
yeah,
though,
he
so-
likes that.
Yeah.
Poe is just festive.
Who is festive?
Mary
Let's
says,
see.
I hope Matt has an extra blanket. Basements get cold this time of year.
Yeah, Matt and I did some really great work in the shop today. We actually had like a 3-team rotation. Typically Tuesdays are our look at the snips.
I've learned something from you guys.
Tuesdays are our kind of office admin day, at least for me and Oliver, but considering it was just me, Matt, and Oliver on the
Not
hot
yet.
shop side of things today, we had to 3-team rotate it. And Matt and Oliver made some product, and then I tapped in, and Matt and I made some did some really nice signature candy cane pulls, which we'll show off in a minute here.
All right, I will take the reduction.
Look at that. That's a really cool looking piece.
I know, right? That's like a nice holiday decoration. Oh, there goes
And
the hat.
there it goes. Oh.
You know what I was thinking? You could put it on top of all your Christmas cards. Right? Like a solid paperweight.
I like that. Ooh, and there's the gold.
That
Check
looks
it out.
good.
Dang, that is sweet.
So that's going to be bright red, the white trail, spiral Super Santa trail, and gold accents. And this is a member's piece, meaning if you are a subscribing member,
have
you'll
to
have the
grind it,
opportunity to
so-
purchase this one here tonight.
We could
a Michelle
if you want,
prototype
we could knock it
live.
off into a mold, and we could flatten the bottom hot style.
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's past that stage.
All right.
This was the first one. The prototypes are always runaways.
Little rowdy.
You got to
So are we gonna
start
torch
and
the
then
bottom
figure
of
it
that?
out. Well, that's what he said, but I got to grind it to make it sit flat. So don't bother torching it. Just put it away.
All right.
Okay.
All
You know what I
right.
mean? Because it's got to be ground anyways.
Bam.
Bam!
There it goes, folks.
And away it goes.
And we'll walk you over and show you where it's going, because if you're new to the show, folks, it's going into the annealing oven. We've got half an empty box in there, ready to go at 1,000 degrees. He tenderly lays it in there, shuts it down.
And there it is. Gonna go rest for 18 hours.
Very nice. Very nice work, folks. That's what
A
we
solid
do.
Santa hat to start off.
Yeah.
Bam. Well, what did
Now
you think
it's up
of that?
to you guys.
What did you think of it? Give us your Cliff Notes.
And the other thing I wanted to say is that was just to give Jake an idea of something we could do with gnome hats. We did a shot glass last year, but what could we do with gnome hats? We did the trees,
And
which
we'll
are pretty
take
amazing.
some suggestions during this show, folks. We've got a beautiful table that goes live at 6:30. This is a new design we've never done before. A tree. Actually, no. We're using the phone that has that as a screensaver. Last year we did a tree on the gnome head, but it was a tall pine with
Like our
horizontal
classic
bands.
pines.
Like
Yeah,
our classic
yeah.
pine. So this is much more gnome-like. It's got, some of it has snow, some of them have ornaments, some of them are just classic. But we're going to start off with a classic to get things going, show you guys the process. Michelle's talking about pumping up the hats and doing something a little bit different and more involved. But you guys also see that gnomes are a pretty involved process. There's a lot of bits, they're called, applications of extra color and extra glass. And
Usually this is a three-man operation for us.
yeah, this is going to take a lot of collaboration between Oliver and I. And Chris is picking up my sister to bring her home for Thanksgiving. Chris is our other super champion glass blower here and owner of the business with Michelle. And that's why it's me and Oliver tearing it up tonight, which we like the opportunity to do. I mean, at least I do, Oliver. I don't
Let's
know
get
about you.
rolling.
I hate it.
Let's get rolling.
right.
I do have a question from Hannah. Hannah says, how do I become a member? Which is a fantastic question to ask this week, because if you are
Black
subscribed
Friday.
to the e-news, you guys need to keep an eye on your email. We've got a fantastic Black Friday deal coming out. I don't even know what it is. It's so top secret, but I know that it's happening. So keep an eye on your email, and you'll get more details there. I do have the QR codes I can always put on the screen for you guys, but keep an eye out for that Black Friday deal.
Yep, we got some super special deals coming up, and Michelle and Bess will talk about that more, give a little more detail on that. But being a member has its perks, that's for sure. The annealer reveal being one of them. And like I mentioned, specifically this week, the annealer reveal got a little sneak peek into what we're working with on the table. So there's some molten clear glass.
What are you gonna do with it, dude?
I'm going to put on this brand new gold that Oliver loves pulling out because it is still so unexplored.
I pulled that out for you. I know you just want to keep on using it.
I do. I want to explore this. And I think we should go with an optic twisted body, which if you guys have seen us make twist cups, if you've seen us make a lot of drinkware, we put these specific ribs into the glass. It's not the mold of the optic twist. It's the mold of this particular one, 12 straight ribs. And we'll go in here, we'll twist it up, give this guy a little bit of mojo, a little bit of texture.
You know, we didn't get a chance to call Phil from Olympic Color Rods, but we wanted to call him and talk to him because we wanted to show off what we do with his product.
That's right. Who is that guy? What do you mean?
Exactly. We'll have to get him on the show next week.
So here comes the bubble and blowing into the body of the glass while it's still hot, still molten. These guys
Super
blew a
nice.
lot of bubbles this weekend.
Blew a lot of bubbles this weekend.
Or
Why,
maybe
what
they
A
was-
lot of people blow a lot of bubbles.
Yeah.
It was the big bubble blow this weekend.
Was that a group of 20 people, I believe?
Oh, they were amazing.
It was super fun.
Yeah, it was. Except
Getting people to see how big of a bubble they can blow. We made it to a big competition. My team won, hands down. Who would have thought? Matt, if you're
Wow.
watching, it happens, man. No big deal. But it was
Yeah.
a good time. We had a great time with it.
The big bubble blow is super cool. It's an add-on item we add to a lot of situations and in-house events we do here. We've done it quite a few times on the show as well, but
Unique
it's really
to our studio. It is a, what is it, TM, trademark name.
it's trademarked.
Uh-huh.
Let's go. Well, yeah, it's when you expand. If we took half this amount of glass that I have on the end of the pipe, and you blow it out, you just keep blowing and keep blowing until it's pretty much paper thin. It'll
Size
just
of a
keep going.
watermelon.
It's huge. It'll just keep going. It's wild. Sometimes it'll pop out a little bottom that's super thin, and a little snowflake of glass will come falling down. But
Sometimes it
anyway,
explodes.
sometimes it explodes. It
Yeah,
does.
when you guys had it explode and the people in the gallery like jumped 10 feet. Oh my gosh, is everything okay? Absolutely.
So there's our starter twist.
It's not looking like you're going to need any air from me.
I think maybe just on this next one, just to be certain,
Okay.
maybe just like a light puff just for security.
We gotcha.
But welcome again to another show, you guys. Our table's not as big as last week, but something else is, yeah. Yeah, it's hard to match that every week.
Yeah, last week was our signature holiday show.
Blow?
If you weren't able to see it or today's your first experience with us,
Stop, that's beautiful.
all that information
Thanks.
lives forever on YouTube.
What do you think about a green band, Oliver?
I'm thinking I'm bringing it.
All right.
So when you've got your winter cold and you're stuck in bed and you're like, what is there to do? You can binge watch
You're thinking
The
dark
Gathering
green, right?
Point.
Jungle?
Sure.
That's the one. So now I'm shaping up the bottom. This is the body, and that right there, closest to you guys, is the bottom, or also known as the buttocks of this gnome.
So gnomes have buttocks.
Of course,
Where are their feet?
hidden under their beard.
Behind you.
Their beards are so massive and powerful that you just can't find a boot under there.
A hoof?
Boot.
Boot.
That's right.
A hoof.
A what?
I'd love to see in our customers, and we'll see how well they're in the chat tonight, how many of you guys own a gnome? I feel like of all the products that we have, gnomes might be one that is the most universally distributed amongst our customers.
I don't have a gnome yet.
I was going to say,
Maybe
not
I'm
the
wrong.
slugs. I don't have a gnome either.
You're right, I think the slugs probably are.
Another Glass Academy original. Because what do we do here but have fun and goof around and make things that make no sense, that no one really needs in life.
And everybody loves them anyway.
Exactly. Because we all need laughter and joy and happiness. There are too many heavy things going on. If you have a gnome sitting on your table,
That's for sure.
it... do you ever hear the story of the worry tree?
The what?
The worry tree?
I was
Story-
a bigger fan of the giving tree.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
the giving tree is one, but the worry tree was this man had a tree in front of his house, and every day when he came home from work, he would go up to the tree and touch it and stand there a moment. And his daughter said, Daddy, what do you do? Like, why do you touch the tree like that? And he's like, oh, honey, I give it all my worries. I put all my worries into the trees, and they go into the ground and go away. And I thought that was kind of cool, right? Before you walk home after a day of work, stressful work, you stop at the worry tree. What if the gnomes were like, what if they absorb negative energy? And
They could be
repurposed it?
negative energy absorbers, absolutely.
Might be kind of a cool idea.
I don't know if I would feel so good throwing my negative energy onto a poor stationary tree unless they had certified that they were negative energy cancelers.
It goes into the earth, and trees do that for humans.
They do.
So
Could be how you get like one of those like dark evil forests that like a witch lives in.
Right.
do you see how like when we're blowing glass, our mind just goes like 15 different ways?
How many people have actual houseplants in their home?
No.
Real plants.
So we were asking about gnomes. I have gnome answers.
Oh.
You got no,
All
what
right,
gnome
All right,
answers
let's hear
do you
about the
have?
gnomes.
Run us through these gnome answers.
Lynn says we have a gnome. Carrie says I think I have 3 gnomes. Laura says I have a gnome. Love him. I don't have a slug. Sharon says I do not have a gnome. Annette says I have 3 gnomes.
Sharon's a drinkware champion.
Sue says I think I have 5 gnomes. Dana says I own several gnomes and both my custom pieces are with gnomes. I remember one of your custom pieces. Sharon says I have a good amount of glassware. There you go. Jake called that. Dave says I'm looking at a gnome on the mantle right now. Marianne says I have 2 gnomes. Mary says I don't have a gnome, but I hope to get one of the Christmas tree gnomes tonight.
Yeah, the Christmas tree gnomes are another level. It's kind of ironic because I've mentioned to you guys before the journey, the 3-year journey, and the experience of a product that, you know, was kind of difficult to get going at first. Had its ups and its downs. We tried different styles, and then after about the 3rd year, it really felt like it started settling in. The beard came correct. The boots got removed, although people do love boots. They stand better. They look more symmetrical now, and I was really starting to enjoy this product. And then all of a sudden now we've just pumped it up somehow another notch. It's kind of like cryptocurrency, if you will, and it's just going better and better.
Did you see how Jake threw that in? How
Well,
many of you have?
everyone knows
Is that it?
that gnomes are unregulated
Whoa,
by
what are you
any
doing,
government.
camera?
That's just true.
They are
This is
on their
absolutely
own
true.
thing.
Yeah, they are. It's a fact. Let me just get you a close-up of this beer. I know you were just looking at it, but I'll put them right side up.
Yeah, because the camera didn't like that. Sorry, guys, it went a little wacky.
I had
there.
a little issue over there a second ago, too. It could just need to be shown who's boss.
Nice camera. Pay attention.
So that's a 2-tiered beard, folks, and if you're a glass blower out there, you may have never tried it before, you may be into this kind of thing, but I promise you, you'll never get as much swirling, natural beard gnome mojo as a 2-tiered beard implantation.
You'll never go back. Once you've done 2 tiers, that's it.
Never again will I do a 1-tiered beard. So that's the bottom side. We've got the bottom perfectly flat. His belt is on here. Once I flip it around, I'll stamp the back side. But we've got a nice classic white beard, and Oliver knew that's what was coming, and maybe after this and the next one we'll start switching up beard colors. But we're going to flip it around, get the nose, and get the hat, a tree hat,
I did not stamp the hat.
and make this a super classic. This one will be for sale to everybody watching the show tonight. First come, first serve.
See, I was just thinking about it. I probably should have done the hat like that where I punnied it.
Yeah, I had a flat bottom
Yeah.
and then flipped it around.
Yep. But that's how we prototype the products.
That's how we learn. The other thing about the table here tonight, because this is a brand new style of product, because we only have 10 of these ridiculous gnomes up on the table, we decided to do what we've done many times before, is put up multiple options for you to purchase each different number up there. And the typical way it goes is if you're the first person, by time that comes in with the first order, you'll be getting the one on the table. And if you purchase anything after that first order, we'll be recreating it for you tomorrow. Actually, we've set aside time for it. And me, Matt, and Oliver will work on that together.
I will say number 7
you, sir.
is mine.
What? Oh, that's my favorite one.
Hey,
the one.
that's mine too. When I was setting up the show, I'm like, I think I need a gnome.
Number 7 is recycled blue with gold on top of it. We've done some trees like that were highlighted on the table last week, and that's just a ridiculous, beautiful color pattern that I would love to make more of number 7 style.
I like 7. 9 is my favorite, though.
I know someone who actually,
9
a
is my
customer,
favorite.
a member, messaged and said, hey, I'm trying to get number 7 and number 9. Are they available now? I just saw them on the Neela reveal. And so that pretty much says what our favorite ones are around here. And I
On
said,
the
no, I'm
Neela
sorry.
reveal. How'd they see him on the Neela reveal?
Because I gave everyone a sneak peek into the following week's show now that we have them 2 weeks ahead
You gotta
planned.
stop that.
Why?
because it just confuses me. I'm confused enough. Don't add another layer to this. I'm like, it makes me think I like opened the page beforehand or something.
No, they didn't buy anything. They just got a good look because they're certified members and they're getting that special content. And they came in knowing kind of which one they wanted to go for.
Speaking of membership, Black Friday special deal.
Jake, you are like very sneakily omitting the fact that the giveaway product walked away on us during the Neela reveal, and that's why it all got shown.
That the giveaway what?
That the giveaway product walked away from us.
Someone picked it up?
Oh, that tree?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Who took
Or
it?
like the warmer
That
upper.
wasn't the giveaway. That was the warmer-upper. I believe that piece sold. But we just totally forgot that we made a tree. We were so excited about the cane snowman and that other tree that the beginning of the show got lost. And it was a 2 hour, 40-minute show.
Yeah.
So there was more product than we were remembering than is typical. We got through the whole Neela reveal, and then we were
Well,
like...
you know, that is why we have that sheet over there that Bess diligently writes down everything we're making during the show.
Oh, yeah.
You could always reference
And
that.
shout out, Bess.
Yes.
I try.
The
Shout
organizational
out.
champion.
Those sheets live in a notebook in the office for easy reference.
So we're going for a schnoz here, and you notice how the beard got separated so that there's a perfect schnoz zone.
Look at that.
It's hard to
schnozone?
unweight for it to focus.
Schnozone.
Schnozzone.
Is that like a calzone?
Yeah, I think it is actually a calzone.
Nice.
Droopy application.
Droopy.
Super.
All right, I have to ask before the table goes live, how many people saw the gnome video today?
Classic green.
The one that it shortened it up. Roland, if you're watching, people were dying of laughter. That was the funniest thing.
Instant replay on the jumping gnomes, and we're hoping none of them are jumping here today. But we did edit 2 videos that are online that I highly suggest, whether you guys did watch that show 6 months ago or you've never seen our show and you just found us now, to take a 2-hour show and drop it to 26 minutes and give you the highlights and some instant replays. It's a beautiful, pretty darn cool, super awesome thing.
And speaking of which, who's new on the show? If you're new on the show, can you do a thumbs up or a heart? Or you can even say, hey, I'm new. Because it sometimes affects how we talk about what we've got going on so that you're in the know.
It'd also be nice to know how you guys thought of that giveaway, secondary giveaway last week, and what you thought of the opportunity to win by more interaction in the chat.
Okay, clarity. Bess, you want to describe what he's talking about?
Yeah, so last week we did a bonus giveaway. The bonus giveaway was for basically interacting with us, commenting with more than 5 words in a comment, 5 words or more. And we ran some AI algorithms a couple times.
Do you hear that? She's so quiet. AI algorithms.
And what we did was we found the top 10 people throughout YouTube and Facebook who interacted the most. All of those names went on a wheel. We spun the wheel for the winner of our slug. And then the 9 of you who did not win the slug still get a bonus prize. So stay tuned during housekeeping.
So we've got 10 winners plus our regular giveaway tonight.
Absolutely. We've got a lot going on.
11 winners tonight. What? We have lots to give thanks for when we've got 11 winners.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool show. There was a lot of good commentary going on. Watch this droopy hat get presented, I'd say perfectly by Oliver. Nice size, nice shape. Look at that.
I think it's the first one I've done all season.
Well, it looks pretty darn good.
Whoa,
Bam.
that was a nice droop. Like a Hershey's Kiss.
That
It
was
just
the right
had
amount of
that.
glass.
It was the perfect amount of glass.
Heck yeah, there we go.
So now we're going to go into Treeville, and it did take us like 3 or 4 times to figure out exactly the best way to make this happen. And here's one thing I figured out after the 3rd or 4th time is that I need to tuck this down just a little bit before we start. Can't have it too chubby sticking off the side of the head, because we are, in fact, going to put a band, a skirt for the tree, if you will.
All right, I want to touch base and let you know, I believe Bess is at 6:30.
It is 6:30. Do you guys know what that means?
They don't know.
You guys, the table is now live of all of our fun gnomes. So I'm going to go ahead and post that link in the chat. But you guys are going to be able to snag a Christmas tree gnome. They're really fun.
So the parts I just cut were cold and got darker. Oliver, would you go for a red skirt?
Yes, I would.
And now that I'm coming out here, you're going to see that they got red again. Actually, look at the tips. They're cooling down a little quicker. So you see those dark little tips. Once they're cold like that, I'm going to come in here and I'll pull them out because I want these bottom ones not to be affected. And actually, they just look amazing.
And the cool thing
like
is he
that.
can pull them out and have them be overextended because there's still more heating. They'll kind of fold down as the time goes on.
Right. And we're still totally learning what looks best. So your guys' opinions and thoughts on the conversation, I mean, we're going to get them in the chat, and we're going to be looking for them. But also, another reason that we offer 6 of each quantity is we can truly see what you guys like. You can put your money where your gnomes are and show us your favorite.
Put your money where the gnomes are. If you like all 5, all 6, you can buy one of each.
Right.
But if you have a business, we had a guy come in this weekend and he bought products for his staff. Each of our products comes with a little handmade card. They're wrapped individually. It's a great way to support
I'm gonna
art
ask him.
and handcrafted. So if you need Christmas gifts, you want to be the queen or king of gift giving, our products are amazing for that.
What do our amazing customers and glass connoisseurs and lovers of the industry think about ornaments on this first gnome's tree hat? Or should we keep it super classic, keep it dark green with the red skirt, and just leave it like so? I'll bring it back over one more time. We can take a final look, and Bess, if
you
you
let
keep
us
an
know
eye
what
on
they're
that for us.
saying.
Absolutely.
I got a feeling they're going to want the ornaments. Probably red to match the skirt. I think that's what Oliver's already got.
I got red in my hand.
Look at this guy with the twist. He's probably 10% bigger than your classic gnome as well.
Wait a second. People don't know how big our gnomes are.
About 6 inches tall.
There we go.
So by deduction of inch work, I'd say that he's about like 6 inches and 2 centimeters.
That's our
4
color
centimeters.
choice for ornaments. Those were the stringers that the guys were talking about earlier. Do they save that
Yeah.
little piece for stringers? That's what a stringer is.
Bess,
How's the chat looking, Bess?
I have no colors in the comments yet.
No.
do they want ornaments or do they want to leave it plain? Nothing?
Artist choice.
Artist choice it is.
I've got one that says ornaments would be fun, do it.
Hey, that's all we need.
All right.
All we need is one.
We'll take what we can get.
I've got an ornaments would be so
Excuse
cute.
me.
They're starting to pour in. There's
All right.
a delay here.
All right.
See, like, I don't like ornaments because I would leave this tree out all year long. But when it puts ornaments, then it feels Christmas, which is
true.
fine. You can put it away, and then next Christmas bring it out and be super happy.
I've got to throw some ornaments on the tree, so I've got 3.
Okay. Understood.
All right, Oliver's got the stringer. He's got a torch, and he's heating only the tip. The other end of the stringer can be room temperature because his hands aren't near it. However, when this does get too short, he is going to start feeling the heat.
It is a short one. He's going to be feeling the heat.
Yeah, so he's going to go on the side of
It's
the gnome,
it's
not above it, so that he doesn't fry his fingers. Does that make sense?
It does
Yeah.
kind of make sense.
Because heat
Go like
rises,
one
so
right
if his
there.
hand is right above, the heat's going to go right on his hand.
It's true. There's also the
Drip
component
factor.
of the drip factor. So if you're on the side, even though that's just a tiny little bit of glass, we are trying to literally drip it off of the stick so that it does stay as round as possible.
And also, we can add a clear end to the red, so he's not holding it, 2
Absolutely.
inches away.
Totally, you're right.
You know, all of this is assuming that Oliver wants cold fingers. I might like them a little bit toasty.
This is true. Mine were cold earlier. They weren't working very well.
Oh, yeah. So this one will be for sale. The one up top here. As soon as it gets in the box, safe and sound, we're going to get a price on it. It'll be on the Gathering Point page.
And while we're finishing up this one, what type of hats are you guys thinking about?
Samurai.
What is a samurai? Aren't they bald with like a ribbon tied around their head?
I think maybe they're wearing like a black,
like a big like straw-esque hat.
Oh. Like working out in the rice fields, like that type of hat?
Yeah.
We were kind of talking about the idea of pulling out the wheel on the next gnome show we do and just having different characters.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Or for snow people.
That's a great
what
idea.
we were really talking about. And we got the samurai, you got, you know,
Cowboy,
the cowboy,
the
whatever.
earmuffs, the skier.
We had a lot of people tell me that they loved that snowman with the ski goggles last week.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I didn't get a chance to tell you, Jake. We had a lady come in, and she came in specifically for
that one?
That
And it had
one, and
already
it
sold
sold
in the
that
morning.
morning. It had been pulled off the table.
Oh, boy.
So weird how that happens.
We're going to have to make some more of those. We just finished our earmuffs. We finished our crowns. We made a lot of snow people with crowns this past week. And we're going to get to, we got the berets we did. We got a whole nother run to do tomorrow as well.
All right.
There he is. So that's dark green. You got a bright red band, green belt, and then that iridescent funky gold. Might want to hit it one more time before we knock her off.
All right.
And then you can't even hardly see those red ornaments tucked away in there because it's just so dark. Just like that hat look that Michelle made. That red doesn't like to show true while it's still above 1,000 degrees. Oh, there we go. So now we know where they like to jump. We're going to have them intentionally jump onto the knockoff zone. And we're going to torch the bottom of it, and then we're going to put them away in the annealing oven for safekeeping.
I'll take care of that guy.
And now we got to come up with a name if we're going to sell this guy. The first forest gnome done on the live show.
Forest gnome.
Edgar.
Oh, Bess named all the other gnomes. If you
Bess
like
is
the
naming
names,
champion.
he's like,
Thank you.
ow, I'm on my nose. What are you doing?
His gnomes.
Flame
Okay.
polish that bottom real nice. Whoever brought that punny did a good job.
Great job. And there's only so much time we could stay out of the heat. So once Oliver's all done with that, and with that optic twist, he's got a beautiful spiral going on down there. Check that out.
Wah, 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 wah.
I'll set him down so we can see him
Let's
upright.
get him away in the box, man.
And then
You're
I'm going
making
to
me
get him
nervous.
away in the box.
The box is technically called an annealing oven. And we call it a box because it's square. But it's heated with elements,
Nice one,
900
dude.
degrees in there.
It's a good warmer-upper.
Pretty good.
I like that.
If you'd like that, you could subscribe to our page. Doesn't cost a thing, and it lets you know when our shows go live. So I want to show in the bucket. Check out that red stripey thing. That's our signature candy cane for this year. And earlier today, they were pulling some of that cane. It stretches long across the shop. And it's super cool. We cut it up, and then we make the candy canes, individual candy canes. Those are on our winter collection on the website. They're on the homepage. We've got a light shining, so it's a little brighter than it actually is. It looks like an orangey red. But also check out this one. I want to make some glasses with this. That is just like complete chaos. I could see like a funky, sweet, some kind of drink.
I love that one.
Pineapple drink. Isn't that cool? I want to do it in some sort of drinking glass. So it's probably, I don't know, I'm not good here, 10, 20, 30 feet across the shop. These chairs are here because we're building this wall, and right now we just don't want anyone to like trip over the wall by accident or anything, so just put those chairs up there. Want to look at the table?
Cane pulls are going good, folks. We love it. We love the signature candy cane, and it seems like you do too. It's a heck of a gift-giving process. So I could point out my favorite, which we already talked about, and is Michelle's favorite too, number 7. But that's a similar color scheme to what we just did there.
And this
Similar.
is like what he just did with
Yep.
the dots. Okay. Number 7. Boy, the picture on the website is stunning of this guy.
So nice.
Someone was like, they're like candy cane beards.
There's so much that we've learned about getting this band to look natural and droopy over the nose, and getting the nose to droop, and making the beard look like it's got wind and flowing action to it. Make this sit wide enough so it's not just a pillar. He's got kind of a booty a little bit, and he slims up in the waist, and he comes up into his tree hat. This has been a long, long process in the making.
So you're saying you just don't instantly learn these in your sleep?
No, unfortunately not.
I love the people who come to glassblowing classes and they're like, I want to make this. They have pictures, and it's like, it takes years to understand how to do this kind of work.
And we love showing it off. We love showing and talking about the process. So if you guys do have technical questions, why something looks like it does, why the nose looks like that, you know, how hard are you twisting to make the beard, anything that you can think of, that's what it's all about. Put it in the chat. And throughout the next 2 gnomes that we make, we'd love to hear if there's a specific style of hat or color you want to see for either the giveaway or the 4th piece of the show. We're going to see what we can do here.
All right. Bess, I think we have some time, and she's answering some questions. Do you want to do, let's come back to the wheel. Let's do your 10 names.
Yeah, absolutely. So first I want to mention that the members-only piece is available live through your link. Also, for my slug, my beautiful, beautiful slug, you guys can see him right back there. I've got 10 names. I've got a winner of the slug, and then I've got 9 people who won a bonus prize. So
your bonus consolation prize is beautiful. It's super fun.
Absolutely
and
amazing.
We are so appreciative that you all took the time to play the game that we decided to give all 10 of you
And let us know if you liked us doing this. We might do more in the future. But congratulations to Carrie.
Are you kidding me? Carrie, are you on the show today?
So Carrie, congratulations. You win that beautiful festive slug.
Oh, snap.
I know. Goodness gracious.
For my 9 who get a consolation prize, you guys get a free candy cane with your next purchase.
So should we show, we're going to show those names too. 1 second.
Absolutely. And I'll start reading those off. So congratulations to Carrie for the slug. My runners up are Marianne, Carol, Hannah, Joyce, Kath, Annette, Donna, Jody, and Susan. So you guys will get a free candy cane with your next purchase. So congratulations, and thank you so much for participating.
And Susan, now that I see your name on there too, we do want to say that we will never give away anything in a Facebook post or a Facebook contest. Please bring it to our attention, as Susan did, that there's someone out there trying to like scam their way into something. And we can mention it to Facebook, but if you get a scam email like that, let us know. We'll let you know for certain if it's scam or not, and then we will ask you to block them.
No scamming allowed.
You guys will notice too, like it might have the GA logo because they could steal it from our website, but the name of the page is not Glass Academy. And so just keep an eye on those things. When in doubt, don't click on anything. Always message us. We're more than happy to help you out.
Good point. Yeah, because even I went in and commented on everyone's name and said scam, scam, but then it was the GA logo, so.
All right, folks, so we've started one up here, and I've pulled some glass from the recycle tank. And that means that this is all of our scrap glass melted back down, and it becomes a beautiful transparent light blue. And it was just filled up. These guys loaded it up on Sunday, that was?
Sunday. Gave it a partial charge on Sunday.
It was really dark. Is it lighter?
It's a little bit lighter. But still pretty dark.
So Roland was asking about those little squiggles that we had. They're gone because we changed our our layout. Are the squiggles coming back?
Which squiggles?
That
the
were on the
recycle
color?
samples.
Oh, yes. They might come back. Our sample colors. It's probably a
we
good
gotta find a
idea.
spot to hang them.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
do.
it's
Did
a nice
I-
conversation piece.
Did I tell you, Michelle, that one of them exploded?
Oh, maybe it's not a good idea.
No, not like most of them absolutely fine, but there was one that must have not been annealed, and we usually anneal those.
Yeah.
And it just, I remember one day we were reorganizing the shop here, and it would sit on the table, and I heard a little pop, and I came over, and it was split right in half down the middle.
Wow.
Those are always like creepy when you hear the pops. It's like, okay, something popped.
That's what happens when you don't anneal the product. Don't cool it down slow like we're sending our buddy Edgar into the box.
Yeah.
Edgar has already found a home.
Jeez. My dog.
Well, congratulations to Edgar.
Well, that's half the fun. When you see it being made on the show, you can tell all your friends, you can pop up the video.
Ever seen something like that, folks?
It's like watching a live birth.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty much exactly the same.
I mean,
If you watch one of those live births, Michelle, Jake, Bess, and me are there commentating the whole entire thing.
oh God, that'd be creepy.
It's a real live birth.
But it is.
Do
I
you?
mean,
We talked about what color bits we're bringing for this. Do you want everything recycle for the undertones, or do you want your
I
bands?
think that sounds pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is going to be, and now we're kind of getting into this mojo of the show where each one's going to be progressively a little bit bigger, a little bit different of a style, but trying to highlight what's new and improved on our gnome homies. And so this one is going to be an ice gnome. Now, it's not from any kind of TV show. That was a really great TV show that has to do with walkers and whatnot. This is just a gnome.
what? Walkers, like granny walkers?
No, like
Just like Randy Walker. Yes.
no. I don't even know if there is a TV show with such a thing as an ice gnome. Is there?
Ice what?
Gnome.
What's that one?
Frozen has like the little rock people.
Roland, are you
Close.
listening to this? We need
Close.
ice gnomes.
I mean, the Hobbit. Those were all warm-hobbited, hairy-footed individuals, weren't they?
I don't watch those things. I have no idea. I don't know. The Hobbit's not my thing.
Who's the guy from, like Frosty the Snowman? He's like the ice dude, but he's got like the orange
Oh,
hair.
yeah. The abominable snowman.
That is one, but that's not who I'm thinking
Oh,
of.
okay.
I'm thinking of a dude who has he's got a real schnoz on him.
I'm thinking about
The
maybe
warlock?
Like, I want to say it's like something miser.
Snow miser.
Snow
Oh,
miser,
yeah.
is that who I'm thinking of?
Yeah.
He might as well be a gnome.
Oh, they're
Well,
getting
no.
bigger.
Heat miser looks more like a gnome.
They are getting bigger.
You could do a gnome with fiery hair,
Flame hair.
like heat miser.
like a campfire gnome.
Oh, yes. I like that idea. That could be our third tier gnome.
You could
His
put
head
some-
could be on fire.
And he could have some like logs that he's standing on.
Like he's in the fire. He's a real fire gnome.
You guys, this
Should we
is
do
what
a
happens.
recycle beard?
Recycle
Like an ice
gold
beard?
Recycle beard, recycle gold beard? What do you
We could
think?
do recycle and white, swirl it up as you're heating it up, maybe. You know, size
really
one
just,
on one
really
side.
just let them have it.
Frosty tips.
Like Justin Timberlake?
I also think on top of a fire gnome, we should probably put some suspenders on one of these gnomes.
Is it because you see Oliver's suspenders?
Oh, yes. He's
There's no
joined-
way that has anything to do with me.
No, it doesn't.
There's no way that has anything to do with me.
I wanted to say our signature ornament this year is cranberry swirl. It's this amazing pink color.
It's so good.
And
With the
it's
gold
got
loop.
these gold loops on it. I mean, they are just so beautiful.
And as beautiful as that picture is, it is even 3 times, if not more, as stunning in person.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's
that
one of the
looks so
nicest
good.
ornaments we've done in a while.
Someone asked us because Wicked is out right now, and they said make a green one to match. But the thing is,
Kayla just went to go see Wicked.
I heard it's really good, but the green one it would blend into your tree.
It might not be a tree hanger. It might be a window hanger.
All right.
True.
Might be an Oz hanger.
Oz hanger.
So Wicked's downtown?
It's in the movie theater.
Kayla went back. She traveled to go see it. She went with her cousin. She had a whole like
Chicago,
day trip.
New York, Cleveland?
No, not that far. Like I think she went like towards Lapeer to go see it, like a local, not like I think it was the theatrical release, not like a play version. But I think it's still.
It just came out in the movie, so it's an actual movie now. But it is on Broadway on and off all the time too.
Yeah, I've heard great things about the Broadway show, but the movie's still a musical.
Yes.
If you guys aren't understanding of where we're located,
We're in Arizona.
it's hot out here.
Feels like Arizona.
Oh, we're 15 minutes outside of Detroit in the Little D, known for Henry Ford. This is Dearborn, Michigan. And we've been here for 20-something years. The family business. We've been streaming for 4 now.
And show 300 is coming up.
Yeah, we're going to have a
New
heck
Year's
of a show.
Eve. Mark your calendar from 5 to 9 before you go out and whoop it up. You can get your party started with us. Get the party started.
It is going to be a blast of a show.
So that was kind of weird. The camera just made the hot glass turn bright yellow randomly.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why that was. Maybe the light, when you did a curl, it reflected.
It's a transparent beard, so it might be even harder to focus on than the white was.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe the camera just...
And it focused on like the glow on the inside. I've never done a transparent beard before. But it's got just enough white in there that I think it's going to look really flowing and sweet. You're starting to see in the body that blue's coming out a little bit more because it's cooling down.
I feel like the recycle's at like the perfect density for being ice.
Yeah.
I agree.
Sometimes that screen, it's perfect when you're standing between. That's why
Annette says we will be her New Year's Eve date.
Let's go. Our show?
Yeah.
Let's go, Annette.
There we go. You want to jump in here?
We're going to have a
take that.
studio
Thanks.
audience. We're going to have some music. We're going to have food.
You won't have Bess though.
I'm getting excited.
have
I got to get through
smell-o-vision
Thanksgiving here first, but I'm
and
getting
no
excited for
Bess.
the 300 show.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to work the tech table, we should put a little help wanted sign. Help wanted.
Why don't we go for blue recycle, but you just put white on the majority of the tip of it, so maybe we could get it to look like it's kind of like a frostbitten schnoz, or should we just torch it and put a little bit of blue powder on there, blue dust?
Let me tap it in the 00. I think I can get it looking really nice.
All right.
Carrie, I see a comment of yours in the show. Did you hear? Did you come to the show late, or did you hear the good
Or-
news?
She was here.
If I hit
Oh,
the
good.
tip, that's going to be the part that comes in contact with the body. It's not going to be outward facing. So that'd be torching it, and you dip it in the 00.
We want the blue. You Mark, correct me if I'm wrong, but the tip would be blue. That's the coldest zone, so it's becoming blue, and the rest of it would be
Oh.
white like his frosty self.
I got. Okay, yep.
His frosty self.
Yeah. Or should we just give him like a blue chrome schnoz and just make it just out of control?
That'd be fun.
I think it might be kind of what we should
Well,
do.
and if he's cold, his nose is going to be blue.
Yeah. So just make the whole thing blue and
his
not
nose
try and
is
analyze it too
frozen.
much.
I like that.
Oliver, I'm going to hustle over with one hand and grab some blue chrome. Why don't we just do a blue chrome?
Okay.
A full blue frozen super frost.
Jake is.
Is this the
hustling-
classic second color Jake choice?
Yep. In fact,
Hustling
this one, though, was helped by
over
Bess's opinion.
To our
If you just put it
extensive
out, I can.
color shelf, where every color under the sun lives, and just in time, Oliver was able to dip up the nose. But Jake can't be gone too long because gnome bodies get cold very quick and have to go back to the glory hole to reheat. Are there any technical questions? Is there anything we're doing that you guys don't understand if you're new to the show? Think of when you were a kid, if you played with Play-Doh and you were making something, you'd add layers of color or designs. That's exactly what's happening here. It looks like a hot mess right now. It's really hard to read on the camera.
Yeah.
But you just
With all
got
the
to hold
transparency.
until the end. And each piece will come together. Now, if you are a member, this is a private perk for our members. We do this thing called the Anila Reveal, and after the glass cools, Jake, Oliver, Robin, myself, one of us is talking about the finished products and its intricacies and specialties. Like this one is crackled glass, so you're going to really see that reflection in the Anila Reveal. We do have a Black Friday special. If you considered being a member, you might want to think about it this Friday.
I think you were mentioning to me there's 2 product specials for Black Friday, and there's going to
3
be a
items.
members option.
Yeah, there's a member special, there's a product special, and there's an online shopping special.
Jamie asks, how big can a gnome get to be?
How big?
How big?
Mom, can you zoom in the one up there?
Yeah, so, okay,
This is
see
show
Oliver,
200.
his scale right there in the purple. Follow me up. Deep, 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 deep. There. Now let me zoom in. There he is. He's
a hefty
probably
guy,
16 inches tall or so.
at least.
Yeah. When did we make him? Show 200?
200.
200.
Yeah, I think that was
Oliver's first
Oliver's first day on the job.
Holy crap, was it really?
It was one of my
Yeah.
first.
Oh my God. I just looked
Wow.
at that. 22. You came out on 22 of like November.
Yeah.
I had a week where I came here and I just trialed things out to make
And
sure I
that was
could
the
handle the
time?
heat. And then I officially started in January.
Yeah, that show was in January. It was
And
like,
he's like, what did I just get myself into?
yeah,
Yeah, I've worked here for 2 years already, which is crazy.
that is wild.
Doesn't feel like it.
I'm right behind you on that
You
That's
are.
front.
the best kind of job to have.
The years be flying.
We're
The time is
appreciative
flying.
of each of you. We are thankful because it's Thanksgiving.
It's pretty cool seeing some of our customers too, and a lot of you guys that watch the show. You know, you've been around for a pretty good while. Is it coming right now?
I'm ready when you are.
Let's
I can
do
take
it.
more heat.
Let's do it. But to see some of our customers that have been watching for the last 4 years, continually on the show, hanging out with us. I mean, the people that live nearby, come by the studio and they say hello. But we understand that you guys aren't all nearby. We got a lot of people from out of the country.
I do want to say it's like diners, what is that?
Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Yes. We're a destination spot. There's so
I
much
feel
to
that.
see and do in Detroit that we could be your excuse to come here.
I was thinking about the fact that because we have a lot of regulars who watch the show, like I think of Sharon. Sharon's seen me on day one and has seen over the 2 years like where I've gotten so far. Like that's
All
really
that
cool to
progress.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's icy. Yeah, and that's a really cool thing too. Even just to go back, what should we do? A white band? To recycle, kind of like the belt?
Yeah, we'll match it. That
All
sounds great.
To go back, and we have all these shows online and see how things have changed. Just like Oliver was just saying, it's like we've all grown, every single one of us in every single regard. It's not like it's just glass blowing talent. It's our tech abilities. It's the quality of our work. It's the shop, the setup for the show, the intentionality behind what we're doing, our banter even. We know how to talk with each other so much more.
Or we know like Oliver's just so good, ran around me, so he's not like walking right in front of the camera.
295 shows. It's been a long, beautiful journey, and it's exciting.
656 videos.
656?
Yeah.
That's how many's on what, YouTube?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a tall hat.
I know. I figured icicle could be a little taller and
Yeah.
pointier. I'm still even thinking about pointing up the top a little bit more.
Looks good.
Instead of going with the straight lines of cuts up, I went for a little more sporadic icicle
Yeah, you did,
action.
right?
Yeah.
This is how we make our glass icicle. If you want to take a class, when you come into town, look ahead, check your schedule, take a class with us.
One of the only products we offer as a class.
Yeah, we do not usually offer classes that are things we make. Like there is not a gnome class or a pumpkin class. It would take years to learn how to do this, so.
Yeah, there's an option to customize it, but the idea of us teaching classes isn't for you to come in here and us make the item for you unless it's a custom order. And then we come in here and it's like happy hour. You come in and say, hey, I want to get this design and this done, and we'll make it in the way we're going to make it with our teamwork. It's really hard to make products with someone who's never blown glass before. So we design classes around things that you guys are interested in and make them a super amazing way that you can get them done.
I really like the blue nose.
I do too. I think that was a good last minute call.
That looks nice.
Pretty icy. Kind of looks like he got froze outside.
He did.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That did happen to him.
That's the point.
All right, I'm just trying to equalize. You can still see that icicle up top glowing, probably about 1700 degrees, where the bottom's thin and it's blown and crackled, so it's not holding as much heat. So I did those two heats, showed you guys just to equalize all of that. Now I think, as Oliver's got it already going here, we got the iridized zest.
Hello.
Iridized.
What?
Disation.
We're gonna do it.
We're gonna make that bling, folks, and that's all I can say.
Did
And
you
look
stamp
at the
them?
top
You did,
too.
right?
Yeah. Oliver put a little gold on that icicle
That beard
up top.
looks so good.
Beard's cool.
I
This
think we're
one's
going to
look
have,
sweet on the annealer reveal when we get some good sunlight on it.
Oh yeah.
in the spring, let's do some psychedelic gnomes and we can do sparkle glass for their hats.
Totally.
Like
Some 70s
floppy,
colors.
Yes.
The hippie gnomes. One gnome for you.
Take that.
Certified jumper, watch out.
You got it.
And that one's another 6 or 7% larger, folks, for sure.
Why are you going bigger? Is bigger better?
Not necessarily, but for the show,
We're just gonna pump it up a
they
little
just
bit.
might grow. He's specifically cooling down the schnoz because he is going to lay it on the schnoz, but you could lay it on the
but
side.
It sounds so painful.
Especially with that blue chrome. There we go. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Really hard to see. If you're just joining us on the show, it just looks like a blob of something that they're putting a torch on.
It's just sleeping is all.
But
He
I
is a sleepy little
guarantee
gnome.
when you're able to see the whole finished piece, it's amazing.
Just have a little faith in your local artists.
Oh,
There we go.
yeah.
Looks great.
I like that thick, big
I
white
like it.
band. Ooh, he's getting heavy. We might have to bring out the claw for the next one.
Was that my hint?
I'll grab it on the way back. I was trying to really blast the word the claw because it's a beautiful, beautiful
Oh,
item.
where's the gorilla claw?
I don't know
What's
where
the
that
claw?
gorilla hand went.
I know
gorilla
where the
hand.
gorilla hand.
Yeah, we had some good times back at the gorilla hand on the show.
That
you know-
sounds.
Pulling it out the sleeve.
We got to find the little baby hands.
Oh, baby hands too.
Do
We
you
need some
see
more
the baby
props.
hands?
Yeah.
So fun.
So we might be doing a fire one next. It might get super jumbo. I don't know. We're gonna see.
All right, let me give you a breather. I'm going to pop in and see if Maria's still here.
Okay.
We have someone working on displays, our little holiday elf, and she is still here. And she's got 5 tables going at once. Maria, can you give us a wave? There's Maria. She is working, you guys. It looks so beautiful in here. So that's what the gallery looks like if you've not been here. We've got products everywhere. The Michigan room roll in. We're changing out displays. You can see how fabrics get put on the displays, so makes you feel right at home. And then if you're having a private event here at the Glass Academy, pretty soon we'll be able to finish up this room. It's called the Michigan room. It's got this cool blue ceiling. We didn't turn the lights on, but the bar is back here. Got the cabinets in there, the kegerator station, the ice station.
Coming along.
And then you'll be able to walk right out, because this table will not be here, onto the hot shop floor. Ta-da! You know what we haven't talked about is the question.
We haven't. So this week's question is, what techniques or styles in glass fascinate you? What do you want to see more of? To enter to win our giveaway, which I don't know what the giveaway piece is yet, but you're going to send your answer to enews@glassacademy.com. Make sure that you put your name in the email, because it helps Donna out. But that gets you entered to win totally for free. If you're local, you'll be able to pick it up totally for free if you win. If you are not local, you'll just have to pay some shipping, but you get your piece totally for free. So go ahead and send those answers in. Again, it's what techniques or styles in glass fascinate you. What do you want to see more of? We've still got one more giveaway to give away later today.
Oh, yeah.
That beautiful red bubble tree. But somebody did what I'm asking you guys to do this week, last week. They sent their answer to enews@glassacademy.com, and they win this gorgeous snowy red tree.
And I will say, Jessica had asked about that. Someone asked, Jessica does our e-news. She's the one who makes all those beautiful graphics that you see and that get sent out. And every week you enter, yes, you do have to enter your name and your email if you're going to play the game, because every week it's a new form that is sent out. And so just because you're in our database doesn't mean when we do these contests that we have all your data. So Donna doesn't like saying, hey, it's slipperydog@gmail.com.
I don't like saying it's slipperydog@gmail.com.
I know.
Please give me a name to read.
Yes, she wants to read. I always say Bob Smith. What's the new
Your default
2024
John
generic
Doe.
name?
Yeah.
I would announce that email. Go ahead.
Then you know what? The next time I get an email,
You
you're
send that
reading
one to me.
it. Yes. Couple comments I wanted to get caught up on and read
Yeah.
real quick. One from Mary. Mary says, just think, I'm so glad that I found you guys the way that I did. Thought I scheduled a class in Grand Rapids, was checking
yeah.
maps for directions, but it was not in Grand Rapids, but Dearborn. Best accident ever. Mary, we are so glad you found us, and what a story that is.
That's hilarious.
That's wild.
She's also got a question. She says, can pieces in the annealer touch each other while they're cooling down?
Who was
no,
that,
we try
Mary?
not
Yes.
to.
Oh, what a great question. Honestly, one I don't know that's ever been asked on the show. In
I
this
don't
many
think so.
shows.
It's a great question.
Really great question. The answer is it depends on the product. Depends on the thickness of the product, how hot you're putting them away. We've stacked many products that have worked out.
Ornaments. I forget. We stack ornaments.
Thinner ornaments are a prime example of the thing that can be stacked, and you get progressively thicker up until the point where you try it, and when you pull it out, they're all slightly stuck together. You got to tap them to break them off. Might only take a little tiny chunk out of it, but it's still a tiny chunk nonetheless, and so you don't really want to stack at all if possible.
And that's why we have so many annealers. We went over that last week. We counted 8.
8. So we're going to go for the fire one, and I'll just kind of talk you through this one in the way I'm thinking about it as we do it, because it seems like you got something to say.
No, I don't.
No?
I'm having the realization that we're going to do something new, and you're going to talk me through it as we do it. It's going to be totally fine. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to love it. It's going to be great. The saga continues.
All right, here we go.
Oh, I have to give a shout out to Robin. See my little kitty?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Robin gave me a little treat today.
Oh, how cute.
Yes.
Very nice.
All right, Jake's dipping in the furnace.
This is going to be
Dipping
like
it up.
the park ranger, Smokey the gnome.
Mary says, did Oliver just pour Jake's favorite color?
Yeah, I did. I did pour Jake's favorite color.
That's funny. That's a good eye.
What did you tell me the other day, Jake? You had Matt and I doing production on something, and you looked me dead in the eyes and you said, Oliver, please no yellow this time, man.
Oliver, you
remember
want
what it
to
was.
tell us what you're doing?
Our wax fell off, so I'm going to just heat up everything. Let that beeswax melt in. Let it solidify up. That way it sticks to our copper plate a little bit better. This never works as well as I want to when it's like an impromptu on the show job.
Do you guys know copper is antibacterial? Do you know that? So like if you cook in copper pots or baking or anything like that,
I did not know that.
a copper cup is super antibacterial.
The Moscow Mule Cup?
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah, it'd be one of the best things that you could drink out of. Bess is looking it up.
We, in college, I lived in a house that had like copper pipes.
Yeah.
And that was the best tasting water in the world.
Really?
Like, I think people underestimate how good tap water can just taste.
Yeah.
It says copper is antibacterial because it releases ions that damage the membranes and DNA of bacteria and viruses and prevent cell respiration.
Do you know I have like a copper thing? Too much information, never mind.
You have a copper thing?
No, like
How fun.
in your nasal cavities when you have a cold, you put this copper wand in there and it kills the bacteria.
Hey.
I don't know, you guys. When was the last time you seen me sniffling?
It's been a minute.
It's true.
Uh-huh.
I can't say that.
Things you learn.
So now that we've got our good copper information, I've got a earthen toned gnome queued up here. It's
Oh,
a
wait a
green
second.
and gold twist.
You want to see something else? See that little dot on my foot? It's copper. They're
Stepped in
earthing
copper?
shoes.
Copper in the shoe?
Uh-huh, because it grounds you to the earth.
Wow.
I forgot about those.
That's a lot of copper action.
No joke.
I like it.
Okay, I'm sorry. Back to yes. I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot.
Just for future reference, that moment you just had is what Chris and Jake go through every time the Red Wings play and we have to do the live show.
Yeah,
That's
right.
the same thing that happens to them, I feel like.
Speaking of the Red Wings,
Oh.
there was a guy who came through. He's a marketing director for the Red Wings. And I said, maybe they should come to the Glass Academy. Maybe you guys
Did you
could
meet him here or did you meet him out and about?
Saturday. He was shopping the gallery, buying gifts for his staff.
You missed the marketing director of the Red Wings, Jake.
I guess so.
So we could send the mojo out. Maybe he'll come back with a Red Wing.
That would be nice.
Wouldn't that be fun? You hear that, Carrie?
Or yes, you don't need me down here. Oh.
I might take a little puff here, yeah. Glow?
All right, the spinning of the pipe was not just for fun. It was to stretch it out. You said
Good.
he was doing a bigger one. You can see this is definitely bigger.
Yep, they're growing. And the trick with this one is that he is the forest ranger. He is doing the best job he can. But he is going to have some treachery. Something's going to be going down.
He's going to put an axe in his hand.
Yeah. Something, but we're also going to put some suspenders on this one, for sure.
Oh.
You know
Gonna
how
be
you're going
sweet.
to do that.
We're going to have to figure it out. Did we get that last ice one up on the web?
I need a price and then
Okay.
I will.
Oliver, if you take the pipe for a second, we'll trade.
I'm just going to give this a quick squish.
I'll give him a flash.
Give him a quick flash for me. Ice time.
Do you guys love how Oliver's hair is blowing in the wind there? Like Fabio? It's
Does
because
look
of
pretty
that. We should draw
it's
eyeballs.
It's getting long
It is.
fast.
I know. I'd like to see some eyeballs on that, and then it would look like its mouth.
That would be kind of funny.
It would be really funny.
It does kind of look like a mouth.
Once you see it, you can't go back.
So can we go with some sort of? Could you grab the tobacco, or I'll grab it while you're going?
I'll grab it real quick. Here, I got it.
And just give me a little more point on this one, so I can put it on a little bit thinner to begin with, and then we'll reheat it. Maybe I might just get it all on in one bit. We're
And
gonna see.
tobacco is like a tan color, and where are you putting that?
This is going to be his belt, his classic belt, but also the suspender straps.
That's park ranger color for sure.
Yes. green, gold, and tobacco. Tis. I'll grab another gnome's body just to compare.
What gnome number was this?
This
is gnome
is number 5. This is the ice gnome. But I guess you can't actually see. He's about 30% taller, because where the hat starts is really where the body ends. So imagine the hat beginning about 30% taller, if you could see that. They're getting bigger, and we're going to experiment a little bit.
All right, we got all sorts of colors there on the shelf. We've reached out to Olympic Color Rod. We're going to do a collaboration with them on different colors and glass making, because what they look like when they're hot is very different than what they look like when they're cold.
Yeah, and that's our main distributor. We have mixed colors before, and we will mix colors again here at the studio. But in order to mix your own glass color, you need to have a furnace dedicated to that color. And you either use the entire color by pulling it out of the furnace down until you're out of glass, or you pull it out and shape it up into large rods of color to save for later and reheat, reuse, kind of like the white we used at the beginning of the show. But the trick to doing that, and we could dedicate one of our 3 furnaces to only melting color, but the first trick is that, of course, you have to be using that color in the moment. It's a time-consuming process, and it's a expensive process as well. But secondly, I've learned that you can't just melt one color and then on to the next color and then on to the next color. There's a cycle of the way that you melt colors, because there's always going to be residual glass left in the pot, and you don't want to, you cannot financially put a brand new pot in and rebuild the furnace every time you try a new color. So,
And our pots are 250 pounds?
200 pounds.
There's pots that are like 25 pounds, the one John Wood uses, and he has like 5 in a smaller kiln, but it's not enough to make product.
Right.
It's enough to like add decorative elements on or to test certain colors, but it's not for a production
Just give that
facility.
a light heat and bring it right back. But there is a certain cycle that you can do where you can go through the whole rainbow, but it's a very precise cycle. You have to do it in the correct way.
Ooh, the spiral on the bottom's amazing.
Oliver, I'm
Stay
to
right
tell
there.
you that your grandpa likes your suspenders.
Thanks. I had a whole conversation with him about it.
Carrie says, so based on what Jake just said, can you create your own bar color?
We could.
Create your own what?
Bar color. The thing is, it's like a chemical process. It's like when I worked at the Henry Ford Museum, we would test colors out, and sometimes it's just like a pinch of salt too much and you end up with mud, or a little too less and the color's not right. It's so precision. You got to measure the metals out on a scale. You have to know a melting cycle. It's such an art in itself, and it's not really what we're interested. We want to craft the glass, not make it. And that's why, like in Europe, in Germany and Italy, they had color factories where all they did was make color so that they could perfect that part of their business, and then they would sell the color to the glass manufacturers and the glass blowers.
I think about it the same way that you just mentioned it, as when people ask if we can make something super particular, like make a T-Rex, Tyrannosaurus Rex, you know, and I compare it to when people draw. If they draw hands and very realistic figures and they've practiced drawing hands for a really long time, they can be a hand-drawing champion. But we can't just, there's people that sculpt hands in glass and they do an amazing job. Should we do like a brown beard or a gray beard or white
I'll
beard?
grab the opal gray.
Maybe white would look good, Forest Ranger style.
Okay.
Let's do white.
Okay.
You know where I was going with that when you were thinking that? I was like, that's like saying, if you draw, do you make your own pencils? Right? You could, but
Yeah.
you probably don't.
Yeah, and those drawings would be pretty darn expensive. All right, I've done my switch up, and why don't we go with white with we'll try tobacco on top, which I don't think we've ever done before. Something funny, Oliver?
Okay. No, I just listen, man.
It's for the show.
I
We
get
gotta
it,
try
man.
something
I
new.
get it, dude. I just
For the show.
Yeah.
Take one for the team.
we've done 100 shows together, buddy. I know what your play is.
So there we are. Those are the backside straps modeled off of Oliver's situation. They touch on the bottom. They hold the belt upwards because glass on glass, you know, he could lose his belt in any moment. And then they tuck together here, and they're going to be hitting the tops of them under the hat.
And so are
First
you doing
ever.
front straps or no?
Nah, because they were going to be covered up
By
with
the
beard.
beard.
The beard is so voluptuous that just don't think it'll do.
Does that look correct?
Yeah. Want to do an extra coat?
Yeah, I do.
Let's do it then.
I do.
And when it comes to color, not only can you have effects with the color that you're not expecting, a little bit too much of this or a little bit left on the inside of the crucible, you can also have effects like a matte finish or a metallic finish or an iridizable finish. And take it away, Bess.
Michelle asked me if I could tell from orders so far which are the most popular gnomes.
I would love to know.
So number 7
Let's go.
and number 9.
No way.
Those are our top 2, followed up close behind by number 1.
Number 1 is the super classic.
So just so you know, number 7's name is Percy Glitterbranch.
Percy Glitterbranch?
Number 9 is Everett Tinseltwig.
Oh my
Everyone
gosh.
needs an Everett.
Everett's the
One-
name of our plumber.
1 is Jasper Jinglepine.
Wow.
Jasper.
That's so good, Bess.
So, Bess, I have to ask, are these names that come easily to you?
Sometimes I look at one and I'm like, that's who you are.
I love it.
And then sometimes I need to think on it a little bit.
You want to just make that right into the punny?
Okay.
If you want.
I do want.
Slit. The tricky thing with these beards is that you use the last ounce of heat. Oliver's bringing over, we've done a lot of these together, so he knows exactly how to bring this beard over. The right amount of glass, but more importantly, the right amount of heat. And if I don't have the right amount of heat, or if I'm not paying attention and working right down to where it needs to be, those last 2 twists, arguably a couple of the most important, are very difficult to do. And if it's not hot enough and you get all up in there and you don't have enough heat to actually twist it, the tweezers cool that pinch mark down and you break that spot right in the middle. And there's nothing you can grab, so you're just working it out, just like reaming it out like a giant hole in his beard that some kind of bird would be living in.
Yeah.
We'll have to do that sometime.
The heat's important, but I really think about the amount of glass too right now.
Super important.
It's a little bit odd for me. I think probably last time we made gnomes I brought this up, but it's typically a 3-man operation of Jake, Matt, and myself. Matt being our other glass blower on the team. And half of these bits I'm bringing are my bits that I bring, and the other half are Matt's bits. And we never switch it up. We never Matt and I like to do the same thing a repeated amount of times, so...
I mean, that just makes sense for glass blowing's sake, because exactly what Oliver's saying, you know, he's not relearning and re-remembering the process each time. He's got that implanted in his brain. And
Since we're in the Motor City, I'm going to use a car analogy. That's like saying Oliver comes to work every day and puts the tires on. Matt comes in every day and puts the engine in, right? And there's no reason that they're going to flip-flop jobs because they're good at what they do. And then at each product, they have different roles in it. That's not to say they couldn't switch eventually, but for the most part, it's a nice, smooth day when you're doing what you know how to do.
that's right. And I have one more thing to follow up onto that, but I'd first like to ask the people and have Bess monitor the responses. If people want to see this super nature gnome with flames on his head, like something happened, or if we want to keep it in traditional tree-like fashion, and make him an actual forest gnome, that there is no treachery involved.
So should we do a poll or
We
just...
could do a poll, and we could take some comments. Tree or flames? We've never done flames before. I got an idea of how it'll go, but a tree we know will work.
Did you squeeze that all together at the top there?
Yeah, I did, because, you know, I'm making them larger, and the neckline area is not squeezed down as typical as I normally have it. So I kind of am just tucking it together to give it a nice concrete finishing zone. A little different now that we're making it on a bigger scale.
Yeah.
The other thing...
Did you seal that off?
I did.
Okay.
I did. The other thing the final thing I was going to say about that kind of production line mentality is that this is the first opportunity since I've came home in 2024 that we have a solid 2 glass blowers, including me, in the shop here at the Glass Academy. And these guys are here. They've learned a lot. They're both past their 2nd year anniversary. And we're looking to hire our 3rd assistant here in the studio.
And it's a female.
That's right. And Tabea is going to be getting another email from me here in the near times.
She might be watching. Whoops.
She could be watching. We do need to get a little more female energy in the shop. And you guys remember Marcy was here for about a year and some change. And that was really nice having her around. But Tabea is going to be joining us in the new year. She also, just like Matt and Oliver, has never blown glass in her life. She's taken multiple classes with us, but we're going to train her up. And she's a champion, and I'm really looking forward to being a part of that with her. Fire or tree?
Oh, it's fire all the way.
Fire all the way. Okay, then take it slow there, Oliver, because I'd like to with that bit of glass, marver it off into a cone shape, and we'll put a clear spire in the middle, and then there's going to be 3 individual color flame bits.
Oh, yeah, one of the trees with snow instead of ornaments. One of the trees over there has snow on it.
It does.
Yeah, definitely look at the pictures, because the pictures we take are more in isolation. Sometimes it is hard to read from the camera just going through at night.
Number 3,
like I don't got
4, and
enough for
8
you.
have snow on them.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think maybe you go for a little more, and then what do we want the core color to be in case you're looking through a little bit of the extra color? Probably just orange.
Like saffron?
Nah, the opaque, I think. Do we want transparents? That's a good question.
I'm of the opinion that it's... I know you pulled out opaques. I would have jumped to saffron and...
I think you need to do a mix.
I was going to just say the exact same
Yeah.
thing. And now we're down a person here today, so Bess, it's time to test your color skills.
Okay.
We're going to need 3 colors. I'll rifle them off, and you try and find them.
Okay.
They're on the yellow and orange shelf.
We need the saffron size 1.
Okay.
We need the canary. No, we need the brilliant yellow size 0.
which has been renamed to lightning.
Saffron 1.
It has?
Canary.
It's going to be lightning.
Lightning 0.
Yes.
Whoa!
I like.
Ta-ta.
What's
That's a
And
little
the
surprise
final
for you.
one will be the red-orange,
And a certain
size 1.
This is
I
It's a little
like.
surprise
That's
for
a
you.
bit-
I like.
It's going to wait
I
till
like
you
a
know
lot.
this.
she'd kill it in like Amazing Race or something. She'd just knock it out.
So then, you're not done yet, though, Bess.
Okay.
We got to remove 3 of these colors. And
Okay.
based on everything else that's going on in the show, I'd say get rid of the Granny, our new gold, which we've used multiple times. And that's probably fine because we can roll the rest out on the table.
Dave, I'm going to answer your question. He double dips.
A double dunker?
Double dip. He was asking if Oliver double dips to gather all that glass, and I said yes.
Yeah, it's not like the chip bowl. We love double dunking
I
around
would
here.
say the person who can gather the most is Chris, and no one else compares. Do you gather as much as Chris?
Heck yeah.
Oh, well, okay. I don't work with you often enough.
Well, I don't know. It could be arguable. Chris is really good with the gathering ball.
Yeah.
He's a caster. He's able to cast big, giant puddles of glass, and we should have turned the chandeliers on over there, the sconces. But down this line of bar, he's finishing up the front of the bar. He's casted recycle blocks of color that are going to be backlit with LEDs, and we'll show those off as soon as they're all done. But he can take a large gather of glass and send that.
And while you guys are doing that, it's the day of gifts. Robin
So
gave me
cool.
mine, and then we got this little ornament.
Who was that from?
I'm
Can
going to tell you
remind
in
me?
a second with the candy canes on it, since we
I
were
think it
making
had-
candy
I
canes.
think it was Pam.
And a nice little thank you
It's
note.
been a long
and
day.
that was from Pam
Yes.
Mason. I don't want to put the whole card
I know
in
we've
there.
said it before, but guys, it's such an honor to be getting gifts in the mail. Not just gifts. I know I talked about having our flags if you're from another country or something or a different state, but just a handwritten card like that is so cool to just like verify the community that we're in. And we try and send out some gifts during Christmas time, and we do ship out a lot of mail. We talk to you guys, but any extra bit of love that we get from you guys is super cool to see, because sometimes during these shows, you know, I'm just talking to the camera. I don't even get an opportunity right now to see the chat. We love hearing you guys, but
We
it's
go
pretty
back and look at the
heartwarming around
chat.
these times of years, these years of times and whatnot.
Champion Bess.
Bess, absolute champion. She is
She's learning.
pouring from the backside. So in the future, it's not
Spin
that
it
you did
around.
anything wrong, Bess, but it would
Spin it
keep the
around and
dust
pour it
down,
from the
and
front
you'd have
side.
less scariness of dumping it out the front side if you pour from the front.
Like skin the bin around.
That's not Bess's first rodeo either. We've done happy hours where Bess comes in super clutch, starts wrapping things up. Yeah, it's true.
That's funny.
What are you giving me first, Oliver? Let's just go opaque orange for the core, just so it's like a back power zone of opaque orange, and then we'll do 3 separate bands,
This is
half
next
and half.
time. I'm jumping in.
You're going to do the next one?
I'll do the next color. Next
All
time
right.
I would do that.
Absolutely.
Mary says, I just learned the color comes in sizes.
Larry?
Mary.
Mary?
So yeah, so it
Size
does.
does
Let's
come.
see.
Mary, I think there's 8 different sizes of color.
White.
And
see
it
how
changes from distributor to distributor.
It's yeah.
And from color to color.
Okay.
And
And
from
then
color to
this
color.
one's fine.
So you've got to understand that if you go from Reichenbach and you order a size 1, and then you go to Gaffer, which was a signature color of ours, we used a Gaffer-specific color, which is a different German distributing or melting or producing company. You have to order one size up to get that to match the Reichenbach size, and that was a tough lesson right off the bat.
Because some colors are made in Germany, some are made in Italy, some are made in the U.S.
It's got me thinking about lavender.
I love that color.
I love it too, but it's always one size smaller than what you think it is.
Yep.
Ooh, he's dangerous looking.
Okay.
It reminds me of like the crossing guards at the British Palace that dress in red.
Totally.
Yeah.
What are those called?
I know what they look like. I don't know what they're called, though.
I kind of want to take him and put him upside down in my garden like he's
Like,
Oh my
help.
God, are you serious? Like he's a little spire, and we put some actual
Yeah.
boots on him, and they're like up in the air.
Help.
Oh man, that's a cute idea.
Are you adding flames around this, or what are you
Yes.
thinking?
Oh yes, we're gonna add flames. This reminds me of I just watched The Patriot last
Oh, yeah,
night or a
classic.
couple nights ago. Mel Gibson, super hitter, and they were walking around with their bayonets, you know, handling business.
Who watched the show last week when we were burning the candy? I asked Oliver if the floor was cleaned up, and he's like, well, that is sugar on the Glass Academy floor.
Has anybody gone to a Taylor Swift concert recently?
Have you?
Me and my 6 buddies all just went to Toronto this weekend, and we took the train, and it was a blast going on the Via Rail.
Did you go to
And-
the concert?
No, but
Oh.
we were swarmed by people. There were 6 back-to-back concerts that she did in Toronto.
Wow.
And they said she brought 500,000 people to the city over that weekend.
And that was the
6
same
days.
weekend you were there in an Airbnb. Like, how did you even find room?
And it was discounted. The Airbnb was discounted. Must not have had that Swifty mojo.
Wow.
All right, Oliver, shall we?
What
Oh.
do you want any
One of the 3 colors.
Okay.
Gosh, and that's a performer. That's pretty heavy duty. 6 back-to-back concerts.
Insane. How does she do it? I don't know.
I mean, she's been going for a year and a half.
Do
every
you
weekend.
think that, considering the
gravy.
flame kind of goes up, do you think I should do bands like this going up?
No.
Or should I spiral them up like that?
I think you should go up.
Okay. I agree. However, what color do we have here?
This is lightning. I think.
It's what?
Lightning. It's lightning. It's lightning.
And you got canary on top.
Nope.
Let's not do 6 separate bits because we'll be here all night. Why don't we just do the opaque
You could do
first
flip-flop.
and then a little transparent on top? Or you got 2 transparents and just 1 light coda.
Isn't lightning the new canary?
Negative.
What is lightning then?
Lightning is the transparent super blaster electric yellow. Canary is my favorite color, duck yellow, which is what we could call it because that's
All right,
what it
we're
is.
rolling along. We're at 6:40, 7:40.
Oh my gosh, time is moving
I
fast.
know. So once we finish up, we're going to do the giveaway, and we have some housekeeping to do.
Tobacco looks amazing on the beard.
And then if you nip into that like the tree, amazing.
Right behind you. I'm seeing what you're asking for now.
All right, Jake is back in the hole. Oliver's heating his
thinking.
next color. You can layer glass on. If it's hot, it will stick to anything else that's hot. That's why it's still adhered to the pipe. He's making sure at the base there that it's got enough heat that it doesn't come off yet. And he's working on the hottest glass, which is the orange color.
The thing that I was going to mention earlier when I thought, Michelle, you were going for what you were going for, is just pause.
So the fun part of glass is you can move it around and swirl it around and do what you need to do. So he can use the shears as a sculpting device,
That's
as well as
exactly,
gravity.
exactly what I was going to say. Matt just learned today that you can use the shears not only for cutting, but for pulling and twisting and sculpting the glass as well. And I said that's kind of essential, I think, to when you're doing those snips. And almost every snip you do, and you see I go for the snip of the hat, the gnome hat going up, I'm pushing into the side of it and shaping that shape as I'm cutting it. It's not just a blind cut.
So us in the glass community, there's a Facebook page, it's called Glassies. And there's so much with the internet. It's been so fascinating because we're getting a glimpse into other countries that blow glass when they post videos that traditionally you would not see this type of factory work. And so by doing that, it really opens up our ideas of what can be made and different ways things can be made because we see different tools,
That's right.
glass shops, techniques. I just saw a video from India where someone had
Give me
like
2
3
seconds,
pipes
please.
in his hand and 3 goblets on the end of it. Did you see that
Insane.
one? It was
and they're
so
tossing
insane.
pipe. I'm so, like, we will, when we hit peak glass studio, Oliver, mark my words, in like 6 years, there's going to be a product that we are tossing the pipe.
What if I told
To
you
each other.
that me and Mark were talking about that when he was here last? And at the end of the day, we did that.
Shut up.
Did
Don't
you?
tell me that. Don't tell me you already did it.
I might have already done it.
You know, their pipes are very different. They're a lot thinner.
Yeah, they got really mini
Yeah.
pipes, yeah.
Tossing minis?
You guys
No
were tossing
way.
the minis, weren't you? I won't even
No.
believe that, dude.
I mean, I wish we could share these videos with you guys. I don't know that I
You
can
ever,
put them on Glass
Can we get another
Academy.
one, please?
We can, but you ever get to looking at like a gnome and really see yourself in it?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Are we naming this one Oliver? With the flaming dome?
I mean, it's kind of got like curly. It looks like it's red hair.
All these flaming colors won't look correct while they're still on the pipe. Keep it in mind, folks. I'm going to try on the next, like, we might do 2, Oliver. I'm going to try.
That's fine.
And
But talk to me here, because you've got the Trinity. Which one do you want next?
I think we're going to skip the yellow. Let's go for orange.
Transparent, opaque with transparent.
Same
over?
mixture you did before, and then we'll do one more, even a little bit smaller, red one.
We need like a Marge Simpson hat now.
I'm going to try and get a little separation, kind of like that top little flicker is. So I'll get a few more, get a little thicker on the bottom, and then have a few more flickers kind of coming off the top. So I guess they're not flickers, they're licks.
Flame
Right?
licks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's
flames
right.
licking. Anybody had an amazing bonfire this fall?
Candles flicker, fires lick.
There we are, folks.
So that's how that works, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure you're right on that one. This one's going to be mostly on the bottom here. 'Cause I really got to fill it up so it's dripping over the schnoz.
I hope if you're watching from another country and English isn't your first like language, that you're not like taking notes on our English.
Yeah.
Because it might not make sense.
We don't quite necessarily always talk right.
Oh yeah, giveaway question. Bess, can you let us know what it is again?
Yeah, absolutely. So the giveaway question for this week is, what techniques or styles in glass fascinate you? What do you want to see more of? You're going to send your answer to enews@glassacademy.com with your name and your answer, and you're going to get entered to win whatever we decide is the giveaway. That's TBD.
Let's just go transparent orange only on this one. So that you can look into the opacity and pass that first layer.
Okay.
This is a serious gnome, everybody. Seriously hot.
Oh, that sound. All right. My favorite thing to do, hit the bell. Subscribe to our channel if you want to be notified the next time we go live.
I'm ready when you are.
Okay, let's do it. And then I guess just give me a pause and we'll see if we need one final one or not.
All right. Ooh, this is a sweet piece.
Sweet piece. We were talking about Roland's like giving us ideas about different ways we can do lighting and some cameras. And we thought about what if up there we hung a camera down, so like a cooking camera, it came down over the bench and would be like this. And then if we had 2 cameras, Bess could zoom in. Because sometimes the shots are hard to get.
How we feeling, Jake?
Oh, I think we're doing pretty good.
One more?
You got
We gotta wrap it up, but I gotta do one more. One more red one, and that'll be that. It needs it. It's asking for it. I see the spot. I mean, this guy's hardcore. Let's do this one out of red, Oliver. Just transparent. I've got the top part of the strap sealed up. We got the schnoz zone.
Help me remember here real quick. That's lippy.
Yes. And this one's gonna go ba-ding.
How heavy is that gnome? It is heavy.
It's getting heavier. I mean,
Yeah.
especially because it's top heavy.
I can tell the way you're grabbing the pipe.
Getting up as high as I can.
Yeah.
I think
It's just awkward because it's a smaller pipe and the weight on it, it makes it a little trickier. If he had a step down punny or one of the wider punnies, it'd be a lot easier to maneuver. But now it is getting top heavy. It's solid glass.
Alrighty. Shears are getting hot.
getting wild with it.
Wild.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
So those flames were a combination of the Michigan icicle and the tree cutting into it and then
With-
shaping it.
With 6 colors in a single hat.
Yeah. Totally reminding me of that TV show Naruto, where the guy's starts charging up and it's like whoosh. Like this wasn't just a casual fire that started on his dome.
This is like a hot fudge sundae to me. It had a base, and then you kept adding hot fudge and some cherries.
The final one looks the best, the one we just laid down on there. It's all just a bunch of little flames licking up the side.
That's sweet.
It's pretty freaking cool.
All right, we're going to go into housekeeping. They're going to knock this off. You got the GA
Next
stamp
one.
on it?
I'm going to stamp it right now, and then we're going to iridize it with the iridization button.
Mary says she's thought of a name. Oliver. Bing.
He's got a golden schnoz, doesn't he?
Gonna come out blinging.
Ba-ba-ba-ling.
Oh, yeah. One final touch on the hat.
That is some serious action. You know what's so fun about this, I gotta say, is when people put these in their house, when they decide which one they want, they have a perfect spot for them. And then they show up on the Glass Academy Addicts page with lights in the background and sparkles, and
It's a cool one.
it's just so cool.
That one's got a story, folks. With suspenders.
With suspenders is crazy.
Duh. Okay, Jake's going to plan out the giveaway, which is going to be something, and Bess is going to do some housekeeping.
All right. Let me make sure my mic's on here. Cool. So our question for last week was, if you could gift someone something from the Glass Academy, who would it be and why? And also, what would it be? There's a lot of questions here. You guys got really specific with this. I really love all of your imagination and your answers. Somebody said a custom dragon mug to my son. Somebody said a red glass heart to my friend Karen in Italy. I've got people creating new products like a red cardinal perching on a branch. Gnomes, of course, were mentioned. Icicles, some of our classics here. Our winner said a heart to my sister-in-law in Denver, who just found out she has liver cancer because she's a true sister to me. So
sweet.
very sweet. Let me find my paper here. I'm all turned around. There it is. It's all tucked in here. The suspense is killing you, isn't it? So, our beautiful red bubble tree.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not
It's
going to
fine,
walk
we've
away
shown it a
right
lot.
now.
Congratulations, Andrea.
All right.
So, Andrea, keep an eye on your email. You're going to get an email regarding your price on how to get it, whether you're local for pickup or if you're not local, how to get it shipped to you. So, congratulations. I'm going to mention it one more time. Keep an eye on your emails for those of you subscribed to our e-news for our amazing Black Friday deals. We've got some product deals. We got some membership deals coming up. So stay tuned. I don't even know what they are yet. They're so super top secret. Only Michelle knows.
I know, they were all asking me this week, and I'm like, I'm not telling you.
She's not.
Because
And you
we
guys know I usually know everything.
Ah.
So I have not a clue, but stay tuned because I'm sure that they are fantastic and wonderful and great.
All right.
Anything else for housekeeping, Michelle?
No, I think that's it.
Okay.
We have a little Thanksgiving treat for you guys at the end. Bess will go over that. But now, back to the action. Huh?
Oh, hey there, everybody.
Mics are on.
We were just pointing over this way to draw your attention to the beautiful bar.
Nice
And-
distraction,
and for
Oliver.
no other reason at all. Jake, gather it up quick, man. They're catching on. Jake and I were just having a little discussion about the giveaway. I don't know if I want to tell y'all what it is just yet. Just see if you can figure it out.
Was
See
that
who's
a
been
double dip or
watching.
is that a one dip?
That's a solo dunker.
Okay.
All right.
So who asked? Was it Dave? I can't remember.
Might have been Dave.
I just in one ear, out the other. Dipping into the red.
This is the giveaway.
Yeah. So do you notice we have to like tap it when we go into the color? It's a tap and turn, tap and turn. It's not a just shove it in the tray and spin, because then you'd get it all swirled up and it wouldn't be a nice application of the color.
Did you guys want to handle that announcement amidst the creation of the piece and we all kind of do it together, or do we want to do it after?
No, because it ends and then the show ends.
Okay.
So Bess put together a slideshow for the after the giveaway that we're going to show you guys. She's got another announcement to make.
This is the giveaway. That's right. Someone's going to win it for free, and I do highly suggest you stick around for this public service announcement, which we're going to give to you guys
Before
live.
Thanksgiving. Well, you know what? Because it is becoming Thanksgiving, let's talk about the things that we're thankful for. I'm thankful for all of you because I love spending my Tuesday nights here.
I think I blasted out my thanks on last show. I almost got all teary-eyed, and Oliver laid it out. Started talking about...
You were crying on the last show. I almost
Oliver
forgot.
started giving it to me good on the show. Oliver, can I get a squish from you before you go do all that?
Yeah.
All right, you guys, put it in the chat. 5 words or more. What are you thankful for this year?
Let's say...
Was it a baby being born? Was
Yep.
it a new skill that you learned? Is it a new car
Good.
you got? Whether
Oh.
if it was a used car or a new car. Jake just got a used car. That's new for him.
There's so many things to be thankful for, and so many difficult things out there too, you know. But in pointing out the thankful things, you are attracting more of them. You are thinking about them and keeping them on your mind. It's good, positive mojo on your brain. And come this time of year, especially, it's even more important to be thinking about these things and telling people you love them and being a part of, you know, all the
Taking in
goodness that's going around.
someone who's eating alone on Thanksgiving and inviting them to your house. Making
You
sure your
know-
neighbors are cared for.
Always thankful for the people in your lives, obviously. But I will say this year in particular, I'm thankful for glass. I'm thankful for the art of glass. I've really fallen in love with it in a big way. I'm super thankful to be able to do this every day.
Yeah, and I love the community. You guys know I talk about it all the time. Not only the Glass Academy community, the people that we have here and who are part of our team, but all of you guys and the people that come into the studio and the broader glass blowing community, the people that blow glass and support each other, being such a small community and being in Detroit, one of the biggest hubs of the glass community. It's really nice getting those guys together. A buddy of mine's got his holiday party coming up, and I'm looking forward to going to that. But it's all about the community. That's what keeps everybody together and makes everything possible.
Keep rolling them, you guys. You're doing a great job. Your 5 words or more are really pushing the words out, and a lot of people are thankful for family.
It's big time. And not everyone has it, but you can adopt people into your family, just like we've adopted Oliver here, his suspenders and all.
I think it was Norma Jean said, how come you don't put a foot pedal for reduction?
Norman
Yeah.
Dean.
Yeah.
That's just not something that we've put in. It's an expensive extra addition. I haven't done it, haven't thought about it, and it just, I suppose, hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, kind of sometimes I'm going to say we're glass blowers, not like tech people. Not tech people, what would it be, like mechanically inclined.
I also would argue that I've been to a couple shops where
They do it?
Bess, would you mind taking the camera? And Mom, would you bring me a punny?
Yeah.
I can do that.
You don't have the ability to manually adjust the reduction. And to me, that's really important because certain colors will burn easier. Like if you're working with something that has white, a lot of these gnomes with their gnome beards, you can't have that reduction too high But sometimes you need to go in for a second reduction, or sometimes the heat's just right that you're like, I need to super blast this one and just put it away and get it out of here. So I like having that ability to adjust a little bit the torch flame.
Bah. I thought I had it, dude.
I did too. That was sweet. That was quick work.
I saw it, identified the problem.
I saw your little bit coming over, and it was hot, and it was good, and then it just drooped over the top of it all sad. It was like, meh. And no flame came out. I'm going to stamp this, and then I'm ready.
I would say there's a lot of things in life that are like that, what you're saying, Jake. And I remember I used to work in a machine shop, and you learn on manual machines before you get to run like a big computer-operated CNC machine. And you'd always you'd hear about these guys who come in and they only know how to run the big CNC machines. They never learned on a manual.
Yeah.
And the ability to troubleshoot just tanks in that environment.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, huh?
Huh?
Did you say something, or did I just fantasize?
I said nothing.
Oh, well.
It's a phantom voice.
That was a phantom voice for sure. No, that's like someone coming into a glass shop and trying to be the manager, trying to imagine what we've talked about, the way you fix the production schedule when there's 3 guys, when there's 2, when there's 4, the priority of what products need to get done, and the timing of the way certain products move. If someone tried to come in here and schedule a day for me, Matt, Oliver, and maybe one of our other part-time apprentices or big-time glass blowers, it just would not work. You know, it just wouldn't make any sense.
You gotta know who we are.
I'm seeing the transition. You guys know what we're making?
A really pointy gnome.
Let's do it. This is Elf Town, folks.
It's elf hats.
Is that all you're taking?
That'll be all. Thank you, good sir.
I actually really, really like these.
They are pretty adorable.
They're like, you know,
I mean,
the
you just
elf
have
on
it on the shelf, collect
like-
them all. You got like 5 of them lined up, and they're peeking out. Are we gonna bend this one to the left or the right?
You know,
You
I
just
saw
have to
Matt
turn
doing.
it. It's
I saw
round.
Matt doing something today, man, that you might be interested in.
The curl?
He was making it loop-de-loop.
I did see that. I saw a good look at that.
What were you guys working on today?
More.
I can't say,
Oh.
or else they'll get me.
It was more slugs with Santa hats. Oh, the high curve. We're still going to have to grind this one a little bit, or it's going to be like a slug and it's going to sit perfect.
Oh, like
but
a
you
little
flick it
ink.
and it's like ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
It is pretty cute. I kind of like it.
Yeah, they're just kind of like, you know, a little kitschy, kind of fun.
So we only had one available for purchase. It was the one Michelle made. We'll talk about that more on the show. But if you guys think this would be a cool product, if you'd be interested in something like this, if you'd buy it for the right price and put it on your shelf, let us know what you think in the chat.
We'll take pictures of
Bright
it.
red
Yeah.
and green. This is the giveaway. This is an elf hat.
So we'll put the 2 of them on a picture on Facebook.
Faux show.
I do have that giveaway question up on the screen for you guys. So it's what techniques or styles in glass fascinate you? So you are going to send your answer to enews@glassacademy.com with your name and your answer in the email. And
Oliver,
you are entered
would you
to
grab a
win
mold? I
this
think I would like to
really
try what you were
cool
talking
hat.
about. So that we could torch the bottom a little bit and hit it with the squisher and
Will
maybe
you-
just give it a tiny flat
Can
spot.
you pull it out real quick? Just
I think
so
that'll
can-
work.
No, that's real.
Okay, we do
Yeah, you
have a
wanna-
little announcement
a
coming up
taller
from
one.
Bess, so I
Yeah.
highly encourage you to hang on for that.
Yep, we do. Stick around.
She did put together this really amazing
That one will work.
slideshow.
Let's do that one, Oliver.
This one?
Yes. Let's do it.
All right.
I got plenty of heat on this so that it can last. You start torching it, and I'll grab the squisher. With this beautiful punny brought by Michelle, watch how tenderly I'm going to tap this off the pipe.
Squishes by your other knockoff station.
Okay. That's just perfect.
Oh, I still got the touch. I'm teasing.
And now I'm not looking to squish this perfectly flat. I think it might even look nice if we just get a flat spot on the bottom about the size of a quarter so that you're seeing the edge of the hat underneath. Beautiful.
And you also don't want to squish it so that that top inside the mold breaks off.
There's a lot of love for these hats in the chat, you guys.
Oh,
Seriously?
yeah?
A lot of love.
I
All
like.
right.
And, I mean, you want to see it in the box? See how it sits? Right next to that fire gnome.
You can tell when Jake's excited.
Oh.
Super cute.
Jake, we gotta wait till Thursday to open this up.
Because you're not here tomorrow?
We're going to open it tomorrow. Thursday's Thanksgiving.
Oh, we gotta open it tomorrow. Are we filming it tomorrow then?
It's a small box. She'll
Yeah.
be down.
Yeah.
All right.
So, speaking of troublemakers, I looked at that hat, and it looked like something that a cat would mess around with, a mischievous one. And we've got a special slideshow that Bess is going to talk about. I'm going to be there to support and, say my 2 cents, but you want to take it away,
I can.
Bess?
Hello, everybody. I've got something here. I have pre-written it on my phone because I'm not great at reading this off the top of my head. So, we wanted to share with you guys that we are very devastated to announce the sudden passing of our sweet, sweet girl, Sophietta. Charles Dickens once said, "What greater love than the gift of a cat?" And we were gifted beyond measure. A rare female orange poofball, Etta brought boundless joy, laughter, and a touch of mischief into our lives from the very moment she entered the Glass Academy. Etta integrated her fuzzy little butt very quickly into everyone's lives, whether they wanted her to or not. She was most of everyone's goofy little friend and the bane of Donna's existence in the office. The gallery was her play zone where she broke a thing or three and had zero regrets about anything that she did. The hot shop was her stomping ground where she chugged Merc water daily, chased around squirrels, and greeted every visitor with either a loving head bump or a playful paw swat. She was an absolute snack fiend at her core, always scheming on how to snag a bonus treat where she could. Rumor even has it that Etta once rummaged through a class student's purse because she had dog treats in it and was only unsuccessful because she was caught. She had a heart full of love and an endless supply of energy, always ready to play or curl up on a lap for snuggles. Etta's time with us was far too brief, but her impact on our lives will last forever. She was a source of comfort, laughter, and warmth, and she will be deeply missed every day by all who knew her, but especially her GA family. She's been buried out front next to our other favorite girl batch. Just so you guys know, I'm going to put it live here. We are going to, in her honor, take donations to the Friends for Animals shelter here where we adopted her from. So we've got a couple different levels of donations, but we will be gathering those, and then on December 3rd, they're actually doing a donor match day. So there's a secret donor who is matching donations up to $25,000 that day. So we will be taking all of our donations in a joint donation in her honor there so that can be matched by the joint donor as well. I have a slideshow for you guys I put together. We all sent in our favorite photos and videos of Etta, and I just want to share that with you guys instead of our member graphic tonight. So if you'd stay tuned and watch that. Any last words, Jake?
Nope.
Okay, I'll take care of it.
Thank you, Bess.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Jeez.
Thank you. That was so well.
Hello. Hi, sweet baby girl. What's up? What's up, baby girl? Oh, big stretch.